So let's start by looking at the structure of the present simple tense. In positive phrases, we use the base form of the verb. I eat fruit, we eat fruit, they eat fruit, you eat fruit. He eats fruit, she eats fruit, it eats fruit. Notice that for he, she, and it, we have to add s to the verb. So let's look at the spelling rules for the third person singular, he, she, or it. Normally, we take the base form of the verb and add s. Work, works. Love, loves. Want, wants. Sing, sings. When a verb ends with o, we add es. Go, goes. Do, does. When a verb ends with a consonant plus y, we delete the y and add ies. Study, studies. Reply, replies. Tidy, tidies. When the verb ends with a vowel plus y, we just add s. Enjoy, enjoys. Pay, pays. Say, says. When a verb ends ch, sh, double s, x, or double z, we add es, and the ending is pronounced is. Catch, catches. Wash, washes. Cross, crosses. Mix, mixes. Buzz, buzzes. When a verb ends with s or z, we double the s or the z and add es. Quiz, quizzes. Gas, gases. Now, let's look at the negative. So, to form the negative in the present simple tense, we use the auxiliary verb do. I do not eat fruit. Now, we can contract do not to don't. I don't eat fruit. We don't eat fruit. They don't eat fruit. You don't eat fruit. He does not eat fruit. And again, we can contract does not to doesn't. He doesn't eat fruit. She doesn't eat fruit. It doesn't eat fruit. Now, it's much more natural when speaking to use the contracted form. We also use the auxiliary verb do for questions. Do I eat fruit? Do we eat fruit? Do they eat fruit? Do you eat fruit? Does he eat fruit? Does she eat fruit? Does it eat fruit? And we also use the auxiliary verb do to give short answers to questions. So, do you eat fruit? Yes, I do. Yes, we do. Yes, they do. Yes, you do. Yes, he does. Yes, she does. Yes, it does. No, I don't. No, we don't. No, they don't. No, you don't. No, he doesn't. No, she doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, when do we use the present simple tense? First of all, with state verbs. Now, what are state verbs? Well, these are the verbs that are not physical actions. For example, likes and dislikes. So let's have a look at a scale here. Over on the far left, hate. or can't stand. Don't like, and for the third person, doesn't like or dislike. Don't mind or doesn't mind. Like or love. So let's see some examples. I like pizza. I love rock music. He doesn't like rude people. We hate Mondays. She doesn't mind playing tennis. They enjoy going out. He can't stand losing. The cat loves sleeping. We also use the present simple for needs and preferences. I need a new book. I feel like watching a film. He wants another apple. We need more time. She prefers staying in to going out. They don't want to study. Do you need some help? What do you want for dinner? Another example of state verbs is to express thoughts and opinions. I think that's a good idea. I believe in you. He thinks history is interesting. We don't understand the question. Children believe in Father Christmas. Do you believe in the Tooth Fairy? You seem distracted. I suppose you're right. Senses are also state verbs. This food tastes great. The water feels cold. Her perfume smells lovely. That book looks interesting. You look tired. I feel happy today. That sounds like a good idea. The food smells really good. And another example of a state verb is when we talk about possession and we use the verbs have and belong. Do you have any brothers or sisters? I have 2 brothers. He has short brown hair. We don't have enough chairs. She has a red leather jacket. That pencil case belongs to John. Who does this pen belong to? That cat belongs to Gemma. And another example of a state verb is the verb to be. Now let's just have a quick look at the structure of this verb. So in positive phrases, I am a teacher. He is happy. She is happy. It is happy. You are Spanish. We are Spanish. They are Spanish. And negatives, we use not, and we can contract the negative forms. I am not becomes I'm not. I'm not a teacher. Is not can be contracted to isn't. He isn't happy. She isn't happy. It isn't happy. And are not can be contracted to aren't. You aren't Spanish. We aren't Spanish. They aren't Spanish. And once again, the contracted form is much more natural in speaking. We also use the verb to be in questions. Am I a teacher? Is he happy? Is she happy? Is it happy? Are you Spanish? Are we Spanish? Are they Spanish? And for short answers, are you Spanish? Yes, I am. Yes, he is. Yes, she is. Yes, it is. Yes, you are. Yes, we are. Yes, they are. No, I'm not. No, he isn't. No, she isn't. No, it isn't. No, you aren't. No, we aren't. No, they aren't. So let's see some examples. I am a teacher. She isn't here right now. He is married. We are single. The dog is cute. Science is interesting. I'm very hungry. They aren't brothers, they are friends. We also use the present simple tense to talk about repeated actions, habits, and routines. And we use the frequency adverbs to talk about these things. So, what are frequency adverbs? These are words which tell us how often we do an action. So, 0%, never. Then we've got rarely or hardly ever, sometimes, often, usually, almost always, and then if something is 100% of the time, we say always. Let's look at some examples. First of all, the structure. The adverb goes before the main verb. I never eat fruit. We rarely eat fruit. They sometimes eat fruit. You often eat fruit. He usually eats fruit. She almost always eats fruit. It always eats fruit. I usually get up at 8 o'clock. He often sees his friends after school. We sometimes play football in the park. I almost always go to the cinema on Saturdays. They rarely have cereal for breakfast. She always walks to school. You never play tennis. However, if the main verb is the verb to be, then the frequency adverb goes afterwards. I am never late. We are rarely here. They are sometimes tired. You are often funny. He's usually on time. She's almost always at home. It is always hungry. See some more examples. I am usually here. He is often at the office. We are sometimes funny. I'm almost always cold. They are rarely late. She is always busy. You are never available. The cat is always asleep. We can also use adverbial phrases to tell us how often an action is repeated. Every day, once a week. In this case, as the action happens on the same day, we can say every Thursday or on Thursdays. On Thursday would just refer to one Thursday, but on Thursdays with the S, this means every Thursday. Twice a week, 3 times a week, every weekend, twice a day, twice a month, 3 times a month. Now, the adverbial phrase appears at the end of the sentence. I study English every day. We play football once a week. They do PE twice a week. You have science class 3 times a week. He goes to the beach every weekend. She sees her family on Saturdays. It eats twice a day. I get up at 8 o'clock every day. He sees his friends after school 3 times a week. We play football twice a week. I go to the cinema once a month. I brush my teeth twice a day. She has basketball practice once a week. They go shopping every Sunday. We also use the present simple tense to talk about facts or general truths. The sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees. The earth rotates around the sun. Summer in Spain is hot. Tigers are big cats. Iguanas eat insects. London is the capital city of England. Humans need water to survive. We also use the present simple tense to talk about permanent situations. She lives in Spain. I am an English teacher. They are police officers. He is married. They are French. He works from 9 to 5. They come from Madrid. She has blonde hair. And finally, we use the present simple tense to talk about the future. Now, this is what we call the diary future, when an action is timetabled, often when referring to transport, buses, trains, flights. Let's see some examples. The bus leaves at 6 o'clock. My flight arrives at 9 p.m. The class starts at 3 o'clock. What time does the class finish? The train departs every hour. The autumn term ends at Christmas. The plane takes off at 5 a.m. The bus gets to Seville at 8:30.